I'm Brittany Lewis with Forbes Breaking News. On Thursday, Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer joined other Democrats in praising the Inflation Reduction Act. This piece of legislation aims to lower prescription drug prices and combat climate change. However, the bill has been met with pushback, as Republicans are skeptical it will actually do anything to address inflation in the short term. Democrats hope to vote on the bill over the weekend.
Thank you, Brian Schatz. One day he might become chairman of he is chairman of something already.
Yeah, but wait, I'm ahead of him on the Finance Committee.
You're next.
I'm next.
All right, well, I want to thank everybody who's here. LCV, Protect Our Care, AFT, Center for American Progress. We've had a great alliance here. People who know we have to make this country a better place for working people. People who know we have to fight inflation. People who know we have to fight global warming. And they have united here today. United here today, and we so appreciate it. Look, we're getting closer and closer to enacting historic legislation to fight climate change. For many years in Washington politicians have promised to tackle some of the biggest challenges facing our nation, only to fall short. But with the Inflation Reduction Act, Senate Democrats are delivering on historic climate change legislation. We're delivering on lower prices on prescription drugs. We're delivering on tax fairness, and we're delivering on jobs.
Yes.
This is the biggest. This is a very, 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 very big deal. With this bill, we're going to put the country on track to meet the climate goals we need to preserve for our planet, for our children, our grandchildren. Now, cutting emissions is not just about protecting the planet's health. It's about protecting our kids' health, too. It's about creating millions of new good-paying jobs for people who haven't had that opportunity. It's about health care. 100,000 kids will not get asthma every year when this bill passes, and we know how they have struggled, particularly in poorer communities and communities of color. So it's a great thing. Well, see, I predicted what my notes would say. Okay, put simply, this legislation saves lives, reduces costs, creates jobs, reduces inflation. And the American people are totally on our side. A recent Navigator poll, that's a very esteemed polling organization, shows 65% of Americans approve our plan to lower drug prices, keep premiums low, and invest in clean energy. A Morning Consult poll found even more. 70% of Americans support letting Medicare negotiate prescription drug prices. And another group, Data for Progress, found the Inflation Reduction Act had a net approval rating of 51 points, including large numbers of Republican voters who support this legislation. They haven't gotten their message to their Senate colleagues, but the people will. The people will. It's not hard to understand why so many Americans feel this way. Democrats are delivering for them. We're prioritizing the middle class, working families, people struggling to get to the middle class, instead of what Republicans seem to always do when they have the majority, help those at the very top. This is what the Inflation Reduction Act is at its core. It's what the country wants, it's what the country needs, and it's what Democrats will deliver on in the next few days. Are we going to keep fighting till we get the job done? We're going to win. Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much for putting this together.